love videos showing how to make a lot of cards in a short amount of time. I've done a lot of different ones of these in the past. Today's is going to be a little bit different, but the point is the same. Lots of cards, simple, some tips and tricks worked in here to help you make more cards quickly, and just some really fun design ideas that you can use on one card or you can use on a whole bunch. At the end, I'm going to share some natural cleaning methods I've started using in my house when we start talking about life at the end. Some things I've been doing just to clean up the things that we bring into our house and we use in our house. So I hope you'll stick around. I will be making 12 cards in today's tutorial, and if you want to do this, here's what you'll need to do. You'll need 3 card bases in 4 different colors. I've chosen Gray Granite, Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, and Lost Lagoon. You'll also need some kind of decorative stamp set to stamp some of the pieces that we're going to attach to put onto our card. So I have used this really nice Tiled Techniques stamp set. I've been wanting to play with this, so here is a great chance today. Now, I also have a piece of each of those colors of cardstock right here. So one more full piece of cardstock, and I need to bring my trimmer in. And I know when we're using our trimmer, a lot of times we are measuring things. I am not really specifically measuring things today. I am just going to cut. Now, I know when I make my videos, you all want to be able to recreate the things that I'm creating. So I'm going to give you my measurements just so that you can actually recreate these same cards if you want to. But keep in mind, I'm not doing this because of specific measurements. We are just cutting. Okay, so this first cut is at the 3 3/4 inch mark. I do have 2 pieces of cardstock stacked on top of each other, and I have good luck cutting that with my trimmer. I get a lot of questions about the lines on my trimmer, so I'm going to put a link in the video description below to a video where I talk about that. These lines really help make it easier for me to cut my card bases and my card mats. This cut is at the 3 inch mark. I don't know how wide this piece that's left is. Now I'm going to bring in my widest one, the one I did first, and let's cut here. That's at the 5. Let's cut one that's going to be sort of square. This measurement is at a little over 3. Then we have these pieces left at the end. Okay, here's the middle piece we had. I am going to cut at 4 3/4. I am going to cut at 3. And we have the leftover for this one right here. I'm going to cut these in half. This one I am doing specifically. I know that half at 5.5 inches, these will fit on my card. They'll be the perfect length to go from top to bottom. Okay, now I have my other 2 pieces. We are not really being specific again, but if you want to recreate these, that is at the 3.5 inch mark. I'm going to go ahead and turn this piece sideways. Let's go ahead and turn these and cut it up. This is at 4 inches. This is at 2 inches. And then this one, okay, I'm going to take this wide piece and we're going to start cutting these down. Let's cut this at 3. Let's cut at 4. And we'll cut these a little bit narrower. Let's cut at 1.5. So I've done a tutorial similar to this in the past, and what the difference in that tutorial and this one is that on that one, I stamped my pieces of cardstock before I started cutting. So I just stamped all over, created a really nice design, and then I cut it apart into lots of different pieces. Now for this tutorial, because of these tile designs, I decided I wanted to do it a little bit different and actually stamp the tile designs after they were cut. I think you're going to start to see why here as we go through here. you know, because I wouldn't have been able to place those in those precise spots if I stamped before we cut. So I am going to start with these gray granite pieces. I have all the different tile stamps mounted onto some blocks, all ready to go. I have my 4 colors of ink, and I am just going to start stamping different designs onto these pieces. Here's one of the large ones, and I love this big, huge one. So let's see if it will fit on this one. Oh yeah, definitely. So we'll flip it. We'll do this again. So we're going to repeat this with all the colors. Don't worry. I will keep you entertained, or I will fast forward. We're going to see how this goes. Look at that. Lovely. Like I said, this is the first time I have used this, so I'm excited that you are here to do this with me. Now, as we go through, I do want to talk about, our celebration specials a little bit. Now, this one is going to overlap quite a bit on the sides, but let's see how it turns out. I think it looks lovely. What do you think? So our celebration specials going on right now. Celebration is a special time of year we have where anytime you order, you are going to get free items with a minimum purchase. So right now the minimum purchase is $60. So with every $60 you spend, you're going to get to choose a free item. We have stamp sets that are options. We have paper packs. There are some adorable paper packs. We have, what else do we have? We have an embossing folder. We have embellishments. We have all kinds of fun things available right now as free gifts with an order. So if you think you want to order some things, this is a great time to do it, and you could take advantage of that before it expires. We also have a really fantastic sign-up special, and I will give you the details on that as well. So typically, if you want to sign up with Stampin' Up, get the starter kit, you get to choose what comes in that starter kit. It's not a pre-selected group of products. You get to choose what comes in it. Normally, you get $125 worth of products for, I'm cleaning my stamps here. You get $125 worth of products that you get to choose. It costs $99. So right now, you can get $155 worth of products for that same price, for $99. You'll get free shipping with it. You get a past paper pumpkin kit. There's all kinds of things that come with this in addition to those products that you get to choose. And I'm debating how I want to do this. I don't know. Let's go like that. Oh, it's so tricky. There's so many ways to use these. So that's the normal offer. Now, right now during celebration, the bonus offer is that you actually get to choose $30 extra in free products. Or there's another option. So the first option is $155 in products for $99. The second option is, sometimes it's hard to talk and stamp. Does anybody else feel my pain? I really struggle to multitask sometimes. All right, the second option. The second option is you get $125 in your choice of products. I like that one. You're like, Anna, there was another squirrel. Are you still talking to us? I don't know, friend. What am I doing? So option 2 is you get to choose $125 worth of products, and then you get to choose some free markers as well. So we have several marker sets. You get to choose the 2 color families that you like. And in addition to that, there is a stamp set that Stampin' Up! Has made available. They've chosen the stamp set. And I believe the value of all of this adds up to like $216, somewhere around there. So you get all of that for $99. You're still going to get that free paper pumpkin kit from Stampin' Up! You will get the free shipping. You'll get some other things, some catalogs and stuff. Now, if you choose to sign up, I get a lot of questions. I know a lot of us in this world, we're afraid of commitment, if I'm being honest, and that's okay. If we're going to do something, we want to follow through. We don't want to be held to some kind of requirements that we aren't really interested in fulfilling. All the things, I get it. So I get a lot of questions about like, okay, so if I do this, what am I responsible to do afterwards? And the answer is nothing. You can get that starter kit and you don't have to order one more time if you don't want to. Now, if you want to stick with it, there are some really fantastic benefits. Oh, I love that. I need to use this one some more. There's some really great benefits. Time to clean my stamps again and move on to the next color. Really great benefits that come with it if you want to stick with it. So if you want to order any more, all of your future orders will be at least 20% off. Now, if you start ordering higher amounts, you can bump up to 25% savings or commission, and even higher than that with bonuses, depending on what you decide to do with this. Some other benefits include the exclusive groups online. The Demonstrator groups are just a lot of fun to be a part of. We have exclusive ideas. Stampin' Up! Does like special events, and I'm going to keep flipping this upside down, I think, to do this. But just all kinds of fun things just for demonstrators. I have a group for my team. We get together on Zoom once a month and make a craft project and talk about the happenings, what's going on with Stampin' Up! And it's fun to get to know people from across the country this way. Now these, I hope you can see that. It is a dark pattern on a dark cardstock, so I hope you can see it. I love this curvy corner one. We need to use this. What other benefits? There are just a ton. I do incentives for my team, so depending on like how long they stick with it, or if they order a certain amount in a month or add a team member, anything like that, I do incentives. But there is never any pressure to sell products or do business. That is one of the biggest questions I get. No pressure. I love to have people on my team who are using this for whatever they want to do. So if they want to build a business, do classes, sell products, I am here to help, absolutely, and cheer them on, because that's awesome. I love to help other people get the same enjoyment and benefits out of this that I have gotten. And if they want to order their own products at a discount for a little bit, and then the time just isn't right anymore and they stop, like, that is totally fine. No pressure from me, friends. I want people to do what's best for them. So sometimes, I'll have people who sign up on my team for a little bit and order for a while, and then at some point, some of them decide, it's just the time just isn't right anymore. I have other things going on in my life, or I have extra medical expenses, or whatever it is. And that is totally fine. But we love to have people join in if you are interested. And I just want you to know there's so pretty. I hope you can see these. I cannot see them on my screen. So hopefully you can see them, or will be able to. So I hope that answers some of the questions. That was a lot of questions about signing up if you are curious about that. It's something I can tell that a lot of times people are interested in, but don't want to like sign up and not follow through, or sign up and be responsible for selling products or doing classes. I get it. This is a hobby, and many of us want to keep it a hobby and want to keep it strictly fun. But if you want to do more, that's always an option too. I know sometimes, for those of you who are my customer, I get a lot of questions that you don't want me to lose out on the orders that I'm getting from you. And I just want you to know that I get benefits both ways. It's a little bit different, but don't make your decision based on me, because both of them help me. They help me in different ways. I do appreciate those of you who are thinking about that and concerned. It's really sweet of you. But both of them do help, and just do the one that's best for you. Okay, we have one color left. We are down to Lost Lagoon. After we are done with this, we are going to start putting these, I was going to say bad boys, putting these bad boys together. And I'm excited to see how they come together. Like I said, I did a tutorial like this where we did the stamping first, which went a little faster, but I like doing it this way, that I can be more precise, especially because I'm using this Tile Techniques stamp set. I just love these designs. They'd be really fantastic for backgrounds. We are not going to do any stamping specifically on the cards themselves, on the card bases themselves, but this set would be perfect for that. I'm gonna with this big one, you can put it all the way on, you can put it part way on. This way, I'm just putting it part way on so we get kind of a frame around the edge. Or let's find a smaller one. Let's find this one. Here's another way to use this same stamp. I am going to stamp about in the middle with that straight edge, and then let's come back in the other way and do the same thing. So now we get that pattern. Now if we don't like that opening right here, well, we can fill that in. We can solve that problem. Okay, there's another way to use that. There are lots of different ways to do this. Let's put this one on here with that angle. We'll flip it, do the same thing over here. Now I've used that one quite a bit, so let's pull in different ones. Oh my goodness, I love this stamp. I would probably use it more, but we would be here longer since it's a smaller pattern. I might need to do more stamping on the larger ones. Oh, look at that. Love this. I love this one. Okay, this one we're gonna do this way. As you can see, friends, I'm not always terribly precise with my stamping. Those aren't lined up perfectly. Just don't look that close, okay? This one's pretty fun. How do I want to do this? Let's put one of these in the middle. We'll stamp them together, and I can't see straight above to line that up because of my camera, but it was pretty close, which is perfect in my opinion. Oh, fun. Look at that pretty design. I really just love these geometric patterns. There's so many different ways you can use them. Now let's do that same idea with this one, but this one is more of a triangular pattern instead of a round pattern. Let's see, let's do something different. Let's do this. We'll leave a little gap and then stamp at an angle. Lovely, lovely. Okay, so lots of options for how to use these tile stamps. Now, let's bring in our card bases. We have our card bases ready. We have all of these beautiful stamped pieces. We have many more than we need probably for 12 cards. And let's look at greetings. So I have already prepared some of these, and I'll show you what I use to prepare them with cards like this. A lot of times I like to use coordinating stamp and punch sets just to make it quick and easy. I love stamp and punch sets for my greetings. So this one's really nice because it has 3 different outline stamps that coordinate with this punch. This is called the To the Point label punch, and it coordinates with this set. We have different greetings we can put on the inside, or I can pull in greetings from another set. So that's what I actually did with these. I pulled in some greetings from this stamp set, which I love, these nice, pretty cursive greetings. Now here's a few. If you happen to be new to card making and you haven't seen much of this, this is how I line up my stamps. I hold my paper. I'm right-handed. I line up my paper with my left-handed. Hold this with my right hand, and I can squeeze a little bit so that it holds it in place, and I can make sure it's lined up where I want it. If it's not lined up where I want it, I can move it, and then just punch just like that. But you can just punch, punch, punch. This goes really fast. Of course, I've done these in those same 4 colors that I have done all these other pieces. And now I am just going to start arranging. So you can watch along if you like, or you can skip ahead to the end and see the finished cards. Okay, friends, I finished. I love these cards, and I want to show them to you one at a time up close. Now, I believe I said this, but anytime you want to see pictures of my projects, still photos, you can use the link in the video description below to go straight to my website. I always have one to that current project for the video that you're watching. So to see still photos and recreate these, absolutely find that link and go visit my website. Aren't these gorgeous? Oh my gosh. See, you get to see the finished results with me sometimes because I don't always prepare the projects ahead. Like I know what I'm doing, but I don't always get to see a finished one ahead. So I finished them up, as you could see. I use glue to attach the base pieces together. I use my dimensionals, and I take my take your pick tool. You probably saw me doing that to put those dimensionals on and remove that paper backing. And then I placed the gems on here. And I talked about Celebration, and the free item was $60. These gems are one of the free options right now as well. These are just so pretty, and you could pair this tiled stamp set with so many other things. Like you could put die cuts over the top. It's just beautiful. You could stamp actually on the background and then add die cuts or whatever you want to add on. But beautiful set. I hope you can use this idea to create a lot of cards to stock up in your card collection, or I hear so much about all your card ministries out there. To stock up and make a lot of cards for whatever you're making them for. So I said, we'll talk for a minute about how I'm trying to clean up the things I use to clean my home. I think it's becoming a lot more commonly known. Like we have all kinds of weird things, chemicals and stuff in our houses that are making us sick. So I've been trying to clean up the things that I use to clean. That's kind of funny. I'm cleaning up my cleaners. So the first thing I started using a long time ago that was cleaning up my cleaners is my disinfectant spray. I know I hear lots of people talk about Clorox this and bleach that and all these things. Somebody was just telling me they bleached their dishes. And here's what we can do as a cleaner disinfectant. Vinegar, friends, okay? If I can eat the things that I'm using to clean my house or the things I'm using to put like lotion on my body, if I could eat that same stuff, totally safe. I'm good with that. So that's what I'm trying to work towards. I have plenty of progress still to go. I know lots of us do. But vinegar spray, 10% vinegar in a spray bottle and the rest water is a disinfectant. That's what I've used for a long time. If you don't like the smell's not great. You can soak like citrus peels or pine needles in your vinegar and then use that. I have never done it for 20 years now. I'm like, I should do that. And then my vinegar will smell better. Well, it's still on my to-do list for someday when I don't have anything more important to do, I guess. So that is a great all-purpose cleaner for anywhere that will disinfect if you want it to, or if you don't want it to. That's one. The other thing besides vinegar that I use all the time is baking soda. So when I clean sinks, I just sprinkle a little baking soda in there. It scrubs, it cleans, I rinse it down the sink, looks as good as new. So those are two of the things that I've used a lot. Now I've been experimenting with making my own like dishwasher tablets, my own laundry soap, my own toilet cleaner. I'm still working on that, but I've been looking some things up, and baking soda and vinegar are two main ingredients in like all of these things. One of the other things I have been using quite a bit is Castile soap. So I found a place I'm able to get it in bulk. I know lots of places, Walmart, places sell it now because people are wanting more natural soap options. But I use it. I've been using it. A lady told me a few years ago who owns a fantastic store that I love to go to of like weird things that I like canning supplies and lotions and potions for making your own natural care stuff and like, weird stuff. Love this store. So she told me a few years ago, the lady that runs this place, because they do lots of things naturally, they sell all the essential oils and all the things. And she said she just uses, I believe she told me 1 tablespoon of Castile soap to wash clothes as her laundry detergent. So I had done that for quite a while. And for my clothes, it worked perfectly fine. If you don't have Farmer Matt's oil and grease or small children with really gross clothes, a tablespoon of Castile soap in place of your detergent works perfectly, in my opinion. Now, you're not going to get that amazing smell from it. I had some dryer balls for a while. They help dry your clothes faster. You can put essential oils on them, and that will make your clothes smell nice. Someday I'll get to that. Haven't gotten there yet. But anyway, your clothes don't really smell, but those fragrances, a lot of them in candles and lotions and anything, if it just says fragrance on the label, or if it's something that doesn't have to have a label, those things have hormone disruptors in them that cause all kinds of problems for our bodies, lead to things like cancer. So we're trying to avoid unnatural smells in this house. I try to create the smells that I want to put in things from essential oils because those are natural. What else? So I've been using Castile soap. I have made my own hand soap. I bought some of the little foamy dispensers, and you can make your own foamy hand soap with Castile soap and water. Super easy, all natural. Borax is another thing that I have started. A lot of the homemade laundry detergents and homemade dish soaps have borax in them. But what I know, like, to change your mindset and think like, oh, I have to use something different that I can't just go to the store and buy because I don't have time. I don't want to deal with this. I don't know what to do. My favorite place to look for this stuff, get on Pinterest, do a search for like homemade laundry soap or homemade hand soap or whatever it is. Some of them are complicated. I just skip right past those and keep looking for the ones that are easy because we don't need complicated around here. But once I changed my mindset, like, how hard is it to scrub my sink with baking soda? Not hard at all. And I get to keep one less. This is what I'm finding is I have less stuff to buy at the store because the things I'm using for cleaning are the same things I use in cooking. And you get the idea. So just thought I'd share a few of those things. If you have things like handy tips for cleaning solutions in your home, I would love for you to share them in the video below. This is we're all a work in progress, and you know, we're just trying to live our best life, right? And feel better. I'm trying to feel better. I know lots of you are trying to feel better. So these are some things we can do to feel better in our homes. Feel better for whatever amount of time we have left. Thanks so much for being here, friends. I appreciate you, and I hope you'll be back again next time when I'll be here helping you to hand make with love.